Welcome to Ninja Turtle Power Hour. I'm Spencer.
I'm Keith.
I'm Cody.
And I'm Mike.
And listeners, we'd like to know which member of the cast of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia do you think each of us are? Insult us. No matter what you say, you will be insulting us. I want you to know that.
I feel
Yeah.
like actually
Remember-
D is the least insulting, though.
You think
D?
D is the least insulting?
Is it though?
I
Is
think
it
so.
though?
Because she generally seems like the least a-hole monster.
In
Oh,
the
no.
first couple episodes, that may be true. But
Yeah.
like as the show goes on, they definitely let her be just as much of a piece of trash as everybody else.
Or
Look what
maybe
she's done to
maybe
Ricky
her
Cricket.
moments just aren't as clippable because you don't really see a lot of D-focused clips where
Yeah, you
she's the one being the worst of them.
Anything with cricket in it. Yeah. Like
Yeah, I think.
especially like the cricket episode where they first introduced cricket.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Is she just awful?
and then like
I still say no. If you do it from like a clips floating around, it's almost always she's not the worst one in the clip. And so I'm extrapolating out. I don't think she's the worst one.
I get what you mean. Like in the ensemble, she's not the worst one.
Yeah, I'm not saying any of because the whole point is none of them are good people. But I think she's the least bad of all of them.
I don't know. You know, Mac isn't that bad. He's just been he's just had a rough childhood and has kind of been like wrapped up in the sort of like conservative Christian sphere, but like learns to accept himself and everything. Like honestly, like Mac might be the least worst one, in my opinion.
Because then you can make the argument that Charlie is also not the worst one. Like Charlie has nice things that he does.
Yeah, Charlie doesn't have a lot of malice in him.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
that stalking?
Charlie. Well,
There's just the stalking woman,
Yeah.
That's just extreme.
The waitress.
Love. That's
like,
Some women like it.
That's extreme love for the waitress. I mean, it's not right at all. We are not condoning.
it's the implication, really.
It's the implication, yeah.
I think
It sounds like you're gonna hurt women.
Yeah. You're in no danger. Oh, so they are in danger. Yeah.
We can all agree that Dennis is not.
You're certainly not in any danger.
I mean, Dennis
That's my
is definitely the worst. Whoever the Dennis is on this show is getting the most roasted out of anybody.
I was thinking the other day, like I'm the driver that Dennis would be yelling at in traffic. That goes through my head now every time I drive. God.
Anyhow, Spencer, what are we doing tonight?
Tonight, we're talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures issues 71 and 72.
Awesome. So that's How the Turtles Got Their Weapons, parts 1 and 2, and the backups, Origin of the Species, and Red Sails in the Sunset.
That's right, folks.
The final issue of TMNT Adventures. Will it end with a big bang or a wet fart? Who knows? We do, because we read them.
To me, it ended with like a shrug, I guess, not to bury the lead, but
well,
it was
it's
like
the
all
kind of
right.
ending where you didn't know that it ended.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't the.
Are these issues bad? I don't actually think they are. I think they're fine.
I don't
but,
think I don't think they're bad. I think
it's a weird note to end everything on.
Like this is hey, we're not getting an issue 70. Like whoops. And we found out after we already turned this in.
Yeah.
I think at this point, like Steve Murphy and Chris Allen had either been fired or walked away. So I think Archie just needed something to plug in here. And I'm pretty sure they already just had this lying around and were like, yeah, do that while we try and find someone else. And then like it wasn't working out, so they canceled.
Well, yeah, and because maybe they already took like orders for it or whatever, so it's like they had to literally make something.
Well, did Chris Allen not do the art on my issue on 72? He's listed
Mm.
as the artist. Now I'm confused.
It should be Brian Thomas.
Yeah, Turtlepedia says it's Chris Allen.
Good old Turtlepedia.
Another Turtlepedia blunder.
I open it up and it's on that warped blank page again.
So some of the worst scans that have ever existed.
I know.
Yes, it is art by Brian Thomas. Okay, so yeah, Turtlepedia.
Well, should we get into
Yeah, I guess let me tell you a story. And who better to tell you a story about Archie than an Archie lover? Me.
Let me tell you a story.
We start off with issue 71, which I assume came out September of 95, because that's the date the little art has. This is the early years, part 1, How the Turtles Got Their Weapon, part 1. How many titles does a book need? The script was Steve Sullivan, art Brian Thomas, colors Freddie Mendez, editors Scott Fulop and Freddie Mendez, managing editor Victor Gorlick. So April and Splinter are in the sewers having a chat, maybe bringing home pizza. Splinter spaces out thinking about a time long ago. He had 2 friends who ran a martial arts academy. They were great friends. They were the 2 of the first friends he met when he came to New York. Then Splinter got mutated, so he would just spy on him from the sewers. Eventually, they were the couple. The 2 friends were a couple. The guy died in a Hong Kong car accident, which is important because it wasn't just a regular car accident. It was a Hong Kong car accident, so that's probably different. He wanted to talk to Linda, who was the wife, and that's Splinter wanted to talk to Linda, but he was like, nah, I'll just watch her life fall apart. He watched her get robbed once, but she fought off the attackers because she's great at martial arts. Then Splinter was like, okay, I should send the turtles to help her out, give a little protection. So the robbers come back. They're all armored up. The turtles arrive in their trench coats, and all of them just had bow staves. Apparently, the bow already means a staff, so saying bow staff is kind of superfluous from what I've been told. But I don't change it. I'm still calling it a bow staff forever. Anyway, the robbers break into the martial arts store, and then the Turtles and Splinter arrive, and they engage in battle. But that's where the story will be continued next issue. Instead, we got to pad things out, so we cut to a story that apparently took place between issues 9 and 10, which we've been waiting for this backstory forever. How many times on this podcast have we talked about exactly what happened between 9 and 10? Well, now we get to find out. So Shredder is watching April on TV talk about a ship that capsized at sea. The ship was carrying a caveman, and Shredder is like, I gotta get me a caveman. So he got it, and they're gonna mutate it. Bitch, not which I meant. The story was written by Ryan Brown, script by Doug Brommer. Why do you have a writer and a script writer? How does that work? This is called Origin of the Species. Pencils by Dave Garcia. Inks by, I wrote down S.R. Bissett. I don't know if that's the first name or if I flubbed it. Steve Bissett. That makes more sense. Colors Barry Grossman. Letters M. Keller. Edit Scott
Mary
Fulop.
Kelleher.
Managing Mary Keller. Did it say it? Did I just have like a stroke when I wrote those
We've
down?
been doing this. This is from pre-U. This is from like volume 2. Mary Kelleher was the letterer.
Interesting. Unless I wrote it down, I'm pretty sure it says M. Kelleher, but that's cool.
It does.
Managing editor Victor Gorlick. Anyways, so Shredder's mutating the caveman. He turns into a big woolly mammoth guy because he was like wearing the fur, and then he busts out. He's freakishly tall. The turtles happen to be right there, I guess, and they start fighting because the turtles fight all mutants on sight. They're anti-mutant. It's what they do. For some reason, they're always a-holes by default. They don't ever default to like, let's help them out. So Bebop and Rocksteady come flying in on their car. They crash into Mammoth Guy, and he falls into like the frozen over river, I guess. Seemingly, he drowns after the turtles fail to save him. And Bebop and Rocksteady are like, hell yeah, we killed him. And the turtles are sad about it. The end, but also to be continued.
But not to be continued in these issues. Issue 72, the final issue of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Adventures. Original release date October 1995. Written by Steve Sullivan. Pencils by the guy who did the last issue, Brian Thomas. And here we go. Splinter rescues Linda while the tiny turtles struggle against a crew of thugs in their robotic exoskeletons, their makeshift bow staves. I know Cody just mentioned that, but snapping uselessly against the arms. When the villains give chase, Mikey improvises a pair of nunchucks from the broken pieces of the bow staff and sends the whole gang tumbling down a stairwell. A blast of fire forces the young turtles into the weapons room, where they reemerge armed with the gear they finally lets them take down the crooks. The police arrive, and their sirens drive the heroes back into the shadows, leaving Linda wishing that she could thank her mysterious saviors. But that's when Splinter steps out from the darkness, revealing himself as old friend Hamato Yoshi. Despite his fears about his appearance, Linda reassures him that the soul is what matters more than the surface, and greets him with a gentle kiss on the cheek. She meets the young turtles and rewards their bravery with a free weapon from her shop, though they all hilariously want the same boomerang. Back in the present day, Splinter finishes telling April how others eventually chose their city. He leads her to a sewer grate overlooking the now revitalized neighborhood, where Linda's shop, Ling's Academy, thrives as the shining first floor of a brand new skyscraper. The end of that story. The backup issue is Red Sails in the Sunset. After burying Bubba on a South American beach, April, Man Ray, and the turtles prepare to make camp. A pirate ship suddenly appears on the horizon, and the gang decides to check it all out. Raphael enters the captain's quarters of the ship and finds a treasure chest hidden along with the bottle. He opens the bottle and finds a note inside that reads, "Lift the curse by freeing the lady and letting the sands of time wash over her." Raphael pays the note no further mind and opens the treasure chest, releasing the spirits of the pirate crew to possess the skeletons on board. As the turtles fight the skeletons, April and Man Ray try to solve the note's riddle. They eventually realize that the figure on the ship's mast is the effigy of a woman, and so Leonardo chops down the lady, and April and Man Ray bury it in the sand at the water's edge so that the sands can wash over her. The curse is lifted and all is well, except for with Raphael, who the others have locked into a chest for being such a bonehead and causing the commotion to begin with. This was also written by Dean Clarrain with pencils by Don Simpson. The end.
Old storytelling.
What a way to go out.
Yeah. Like I said, they clearly didn't expect this to be the ending. Given that it's just like
100%.
4 separate issues, yeah. Anyway, shall we second these times around?
Let's hit it.
Hey, nice junk.
All right. So, do you guys think that Ling is the inspiration for Splinter's human life and Rise?
I was kind of thinking
Like-
that, like there's odd similarities, but I don't know if it's such a
There's-
one-to-one.
There's even that same
definitely-
there's that moment where like one of the turtles is like we love his movies, you know, like we love what's his full name? Something Ling. Anyway,
David Ling.
David Ling. They're like, yeah, we love David Ling's movies and stuff, you know, like talking about how they'd watched them. And anyway,
I mean, I think it's more that it's just what if Bruce Lee was Splinter?
Yeah, I think both of them are actually based on Bruce Lee. So I think
For sure.
it's a
Yeah.
happy coincidence. But I did notice the same. I was like, huh. If it goes to him getting caught in the battle nexus and turn into a rat,
I'm just saying, like, what if they decided, like, what if someone from the Rise team read this and they were like, what if we combined Splinter
listen, guys,
and David Ling into one guy?
And David Ling.
David
Kind of
Ling.
the last 2 issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
What if we
I mean, Stranger
smooshed them
Things-
together?
Have happened. It's quite
Let's
possible.
Let's get Andy Soriano back, and we
Mhm.
will ask him.
Now, how do you guys think that Donatello lost the boomerang?
He tried to throw it once and it didn't come back because he didn't throw it right, and he just gave up. That's how all
That was-
kids lose a boomerang.
That was exactly my thought. So I'm glad I'm not alone in that. I mean,
He
like
was just
100%.
He went to a park, he whipped it, and it's like, welp, That didn't
Shit.
work.
Yeah.
It's probably still in that
Exactly.
tree to this day.
Right. Exactly.
David and Linda Ling are based on Bruce and Linda Lee.
Oh.
Wow, they just ripped her name right out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's spelled different. I mean, Linda with a Y.
Oh
But
wow, I
no,
didn't realize
Bruce,
that they were okay.
yeah, Bruce Lee's wife, Linda Lee. I mean, like, it's kind of based on that same thing. Like, she founded like the Bruce Lee Foundation, which her and her daughter Shannon run. It's like these two are very heavily based on Bruce and Linda. I only
Baby
know that
Michelangelo,
and
or I guess.
Shannon when I was younger.
Oh, cool. I guess they're not babies, but little Michelangelo is still wearing his color-coded hat from the last time that we saw him.
Yeah, I mean, how old are they?
I don't know that we ever got like an exact
He's-
date.
I think
age.
he says a few years ago.
Yeah, they got to be
Splinter-
like 11 or something.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Splinter says it's a few years ago. Like, he doesn't say like 10 something years ago. Like, it's not a definite time frame, but he does say like at least a few years.
Yeah.
And
I always took
they're
him to be,
very
like
quippy.
7 or 8, but who knows?
Yeah.
He says several years ago.
Several years ago, yeah.
So several, yeah, nobody's saying 10 to mean several, you know. That's like 4 or 5 tops.
Also, do you guys think that Dawn Tower is definitely a parody of Donald Trump, another Ninja Turtles parody of Donald Trump?
I mean, it's gotta be. It's gotta be another
Trump Tower, Dawn Tower, like.
Yeah, I mean, and Donald Trump has
He's-
been the joke of the world for a long, long time.
Yeah.
So,
Which does that mean that the Archie Turtles have punched both Hitler and Donald Trump then at this point?
I mean, basically.
Effectively, yeah.
Effectively, basically. Anyway, just thought that was funny that it was like, oh wow, another Donald Trump parody.
Yeah.
Look at that. Here we are.
Here we are yet again.
Yeah, there's like what 3 of them or something in '87, 2 or 3.
There's at least 2.
was
Like
like-
off the top of my head, there's 2. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm sure there's more.
I think there's like 4 when we counted them. But yeah, Shelton Sludge was the Billionaire Land developer. So
Yeah, which if you like, we didn't go through and read the specials because they're all like side stories that don't relate necessarily to what's going on in the book. But Sheldon Sludge is the enemy of like the first 2 or 3 short stories in those issues. That I think are also by the same writer. So he was creating his own little side world within this
Yeah.
universe.
but Shelton Sludge, also another Trump pastiche in this
Yeah.
book.
Why do their jackets have puppy dogs on the back? I couldn't figure that part out.
I think it's just because they're a gang. I don't know.
Yeah.
The Mad Dogs. I don't know.
It's the pre-dog stars.
The Mad
Mhm.
Dogs.
Well, this
Spencer, I see
isn't-
what you did there.
This isn't pre-Dogstar though, because Dogstar Clan already existed
No.
in.
No, but I
in
mean,
this
it's like
series.
the younger. I'm saying it's the younger version of the dog star.
Oh, I guess chronologically, yeah, this would have taken place before we ran into that.
To see if they're the Mad Dogs, that's yet another Rise reference. So is
Mhm.
Rise just based off these last 2 issues of Adventures?
Yeah,
It
They
would
were just
seem
like
so.
how the turtles got their weapons. This is going to be very important for how
This is
we're
it.
going to write a Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series.
Right. Bruce Lee, puppy dog
Honestly,
jackets.
though-
That's all we got.
with like the Dog Star, I can't remember in Archie, did the Dog Star clan become like techno weirdos?
No, we didn't.
No.
So the Dogstar Clan, I think, is only really in the like April miniseries. So we didn't really cover it in this, but I don't believe they were techno. Although it could be wrong.
Because in IDW, the Dog Star clan does become techno weirdos, and so these dog jacket wearers adopt like armor, where they essentially become
Oh.
kind of cyborgs.
yeah. See.
So another unoriginal IDW idea, those hacks.
Yeah, I mean, dude. Yeah, robot armor was created by the Archie series. No one had ever
Yeah.
done that before.
This was the first.
I don't
This
know.
was the first.
There's
Ever heard
all
of this
these things
man made
that
of
keep lining
iron?
up.
An
That
Iron Man,
Archie
if you
did it
will.
first. You know.
I
Right,
don't have
we
anything
can-
else for the main stories, but I have several notes about the backups for some crazy reason. So both of these were originally printed in the TMNT Meets Archie special. And Origin of the Species. I don't know if you remember this, but issue 41 of Archie dealt with like the sequel to Origin of the Species, where the Mammoth came back, and we were all like, "Who the hell's Mammoth?"
Mhm.
So they finally actually printed it within the confines of the actual main storyline. That issue or that story initially had Dean Clarrain / Ryan Brown present over the title of it, and that's taken out of the reprint here. It also adds the continuity note that it takes place between issues 9 and 10. That wasn't originally in it. Red
Wait.
Sails in the Sunset. It did have the note that it took place between issues 16 and 17, but the note was from Dino, which is Dean Clarrain. Now it says Scott for Scott Fulop. And both issues, despite I believe both of them being colored by Barry Grossman, have now been recolored again by Barry Grossman for these reprints.
Oh, so these bonus issues were like older issues they slapped on. They didn't like write
Yeah,
new
I didn't.
issues.
Yeah, I didn't
Correct.
mention like mine is a reprint. It was originally published in '91.
Yeah, both of them were printed in the Turtles Meet Archie crossover book.
Oh, so it's not like they really literally just pulled whatever to like pad the issues out even.
Yeah.
Basically.
hmm
That's crazy.
They are
Like how did
recolored, so like someone did work on it and do some small edits. But yeah, I mean, it's also weird that they would like fire Steve Murphy. I've always heard that he was fired, but I'm wondering if he didn't just walk away. It's weird that they would like let him go and also reprint one of his short stories. Like that's a weird thing to do, but whatever.
That's great. That actually makes a lot of sense because without knowing that, it's like, why did they just tack this on to the end there? Like, what did they
Literally
Yeah.
just to fill space.
Yeah, they already had him.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Well, and they also like they don't really make sense within the Turtles Meet Archie book because it's like Archie's not in them at all. So why is it in there?
You get people to read the Ninja Turtle series. I don't know. The Adventure
I know the
series.
whole thing. Like it doesn't make
It
any
clearly
sense.
didn't work though.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk about anchovies now.
No anchovies. You put anchovies on this thing and you're in big trouble, okay? I'm gonna let you know.
What a terrible note to end what was getting to be a really good comic. Like I liked where it
Yeah,
was
like
going. I liked where it was headed, and then it's just like that
it's
guy's out.
very
We're canceling
par-
it. Publish the last 2 issues. Get out of here. You know.
yeah, it's very par for course for Archie. Like I think. I actually have an I love I'll bring it up about this, but it's like it's not even that these issues are bad. It's more of just what a bummer that it ended on this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it ended on a couple issues that like go back in time to when they're kids, and then like some other like fill in the spaces, backups, and like then it's just done.
Yeah, because the future turtle arc that we read a few weeks ago was so good compared to this.
Yeah. And what was gonna come was more Future Turtles, and instead we got this.
Yeah.
Which burying the lead even further, like I did like these issues, but like it is a wet fart as far as like the narrative of this story and the publication of it. And also like readership was down at this point. So if you want to get these 2 issues, they're super expensive for some stupid reason.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, other than
I
being
mean, it
like,
kind of makes sense though,
cover.
also because like when a series ends, they have no reason to like keep buying the issues necessarily because it's like people aren't going to be going back to them if they want to catch up or
Mhm.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like pull lists were extremely common. You know, back when these were coming out. Like these were still news.
No, I just yeah, that's crazy. I miss when you could see stuff like that.
Yeah.
It would save the industry.
Like,
but-
I read Disney Adventures.
Disney Adventures,
Coming out.
man.
Disney Adventures.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was a
There
cool
was something
comic.
nice about like the arduous trip to the grocery store just for that comic at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like it was your last chance to beg your parents for something.
Yeah, you've been so good this whole time, even though you haven't
That's
been.
I mean,
right.
I was never
Oh,
good. That was after
Disney Adventure.
the whole hour of me begging for them for toys, and so then it was like, well, let me
Bum.
get that at least.
It's my all-time favorite.
Oh, I heard that differently. I thought you said Jeff Smith's bum, and I was like, huh,
I did too. Yeah,
how did that happen?
interesting. Weird that Disney would publish that.
Did any of you listen to Radio Disney to try to win stuff on their stupid giveaways?
Favorite comic.
Because like Disney Adventures talked about Radio Disney, and so you'd listen, and they're like, the 12th caller will get this.
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
I listened to a little bit of Radio Disney. It was a pretty short phase of my childhood where we listened to Radio Disney.
Yeah, I mean, probably for mine too.
don't-
Because
I don't know if we had a collarship thing at that point. I don't know. When I was listening, it was when like they had that Chipmunk song, "The Lonely." Lonely. You know, like that one.
No, sing the whole thing for me.
you do that way too well.
That's uncanny.
Oh, you had that. You had that. Like, you just,
Yeah, you can whip that out way too fast and way too
Yeah,
well. Like,
I don't know.
You've clearly sang that too much.
Yeah, that's one of the better things you whipped out, by the way.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
we've asked you to stop whipping it out, but
Yeah.
you know.
You guys can't see anything. It's fine. You don't know.
Actually, your camera's been on this whole time.
It comes through in
Yeah,
your
man.
voice, though. You can just hear when someone's dong is out. You know.
You can just hear when someone's whipped it out. You can just tell.
Yeah.
Keith's dong sense is tingling.
Right.
The
Right.
voice gets lower and more sensual.
Yes.
Where are we going with this?
What are we talking about? Yeah. Something else I don't like
Alright.
about these issues. There's like a weird opening narration where they like explain who the characters are. I'm like, we're on issue 71 of what was at the time like one of the most popular franchises in the world. Like, we don't need the like Batman 66 introduction of April and Splinter. Everybody knows. Get on with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like every issue they kind of felt like it was the first time
Yeah.
anybody was going to read it, which I
It's a
guess
very
is
like
somewhat.
Stan Lee way of doing things.
Yeah.
That's all I've got.
Yeah, me
Same
too.
here.
Oh, I love being a turtle.
So I think this story really showcases the strength of Hamato Yoshi originally being human before he got turned into a rat. Like him being able to have like this tie to the human world that helps him, like that makes it so the turtles actually have a real explanation for how they got their weapons. Like it would only work with this origin story. And so for me, it's just like, okay, yeah, like this really uses that origin and really kind of shows its strengths. And so it was a good way to use it, and it was cool to see.
I agree because like I really like when I really like knowing that Splinter like had kind of a life before the Turtles. Like the 87 cartoon goes straight to him being a host. And it's like this like he built a little world for him. He had friends, and it sucks that he abandoned his friends.
Mhm.
Understandable. He became a rat man. But like just
You also get to
knowing that,
see
like,
how he had a crush on David's wife. You know, he is.
yeah, a little bit. Like I was like, oh, Splinter, okay. Like we got a little like it was nice seeing him like kind of have that little flaw too. I was, oh, all right. Doesn't care about Tang Shen anymore. All right.
I mean, human to rat is always it's just far better because yeah, it's like a
It
real
really
thing.
is.
'Cause
It really
like
is.
he like because otherwise you're like, I was the world's most genius rat ever, and I learned all these things in my rat form and retained them, and it's like that's not satisfying ever.
Yeah.
Because especially like he becomes like a sewer spy creep, you know. There's even one like he's like looking through the little bars and he has his pizza all sad And he's like, "Let me tell you about all the times I spied on him from the sewer."
Yeah.
Oh, Linda.
It's good. Like, even aside from the comedy, it's like, yeah, that makes, like, it probably sucks being mutated into a dirty rat man, and then you live in the sewers, and then eventually
Yeah.
you just have all these, you raised 4 idiot kids, and
Yeah.
I was
it's
ready to be the Lancelot to your Guinevere, but not in
yeah,
that weird show where they had a threesome. Just the cheating part,
Just the regular way, not the weird way.
the regular way.
Not the weird way.
Yeah, I used to be like, they're both origins are good, right? Him as a rat or him as a human. But the more it goes on, the more I'm like, yeah, human's the way to go. Like the rat makes no sense anymore to me. Human.
well, yeah, and
Master
it's just
Yoshi.
like you get a far stronger story when he has like a connection.
hmm
Because
Yeah,
and
like
the flip side of it is like, who are all these weirdos that have a grudge against a rat? Like it just doesn't.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't have that strong of a connection with him anyways.
yeah. So like it really does work a lot better, and like this does like again like just help showcase like he's just very very human in this story because you just then see his connections with the real world in it, and it makes him that much better of a character almost instantly.
Yeah. I like some more
Uh,
superficial things like how Michelangelo is like he's wearing like a Groucho Marx mask.
yeah.
Even on top of like the rest of his disguise, which the rest of the disguise was amazing. It was the classic, trench coat and fedora. But he's got like a Groucho Marx mask. He gets knocked off of him. He uses his bandana to make his sticks into nunchucks. It's so cool. It's so clever. I love it.
Yeah.
It's
I do
really charming. It's really charming.
I do like how they have different colored trench coats too,
Yeah, and they're not
which
color
definitely
coded
wount
either.
make them stand
Yeah.
out even way more.
Right. The guy, the small child in the green trench coat. Yeah.
Well, because like especially you have them as a group, like it's one thing like, oh, that's just that's a big blob of tan, right? But
Mhm.
like if you're walking down the street, you would notice, 5 differently colored people in
Right.
trench coats.
All the same size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I did really like that. These issues like specifically really did feel like they could have been a Mirage issue or like a Tales of the TMNT. Like something about them.
Yeah. It's very like was it issue 9 of Mirage where they're preteens and
Yeah.
helping Splinter with something? Like it's the same kind of concept.
Yeah, exactly.
I really like the art in this. Like I didn't really like Brian Thomas all that much the first time we saw him. But like he does some good action in this. Like there's a scene of like Michelangelo like throwing his nunchucks and he's clearly like jumped and landed in a cool way and tosses chucks. It's really
Yeah,
cool.
I didn't even realize it wasn't Chris Allen at this point because
Yeah.
like the covers are Chris Allen. But like yeah, I didn't realize this wasn't him.
I didn't realize the covers
they
were
look
Chris
really
Allen. Yeah.
they look really cool as like little turtle tots
Yeah.
or turtle preteens or still turtle teens, I would argue actually.
Whatever they are. I actually liked the story, like the haunted pirate ship. I just thought that was just straight fun.
That's
I
like one of my
did-
favorite backups. That's my favorite like short story of all adventures is that one. I don't know why. Like it's so simple. It's just like haunted ghost ship, but I love the
Yeah.
story. I really like Don Simpson's turtles. They're all like
Yeah, I
fat
love
and
the way
weird
they
and
look.
lumpy.
All scaly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll always love just fighting skeletons, as someone who grew up with like, I was a child when Pirates of the Caribbean hit, like the Curse of the Black Pearl.
Mhm.
Like that just will always hold just a spot of nostalgia for me. Skeletons are cool. Skeleton pirates are just cool. Fighting them is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean
there's-
everyone knows comics about pirates are better. So
True.
Yeah.
That's what Alan Moore
Not wrong.
prophesized in Watchmen. And there's some good comedy
the
too.
Black
Like,
Freighter is actually legit awesome too.
yeah, there's like a ship in a bottle when they get into the ship, and there's a skeleton dog that like looks at Man Ray, and he's thinking about like a little fish, but it's even the skeleton of a fish that he's thinking of. It's
Mhm.
hilarious. I love it. Yeah, and Origin of the Species is pretty good too. Steve Bissett on the inks. We haven't seen him a lot, so it's cool to see him. But yeah, whatever.
It does make the man myth story make a little bit more sense, at least
It turns out all you
in
needed was
retrospect.
the first part of the story to understand the second part. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Who knew?
Who would have thought?
Mm.
You
I'm
just
glad
read
that
this
it,
issue, go back 30 years or 30 issues, and read that issue, and it makes perfect sense.
glad it was here at the end. That's exactly where we needed it.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, like I said earlier, good issues, but man, what a terrible way to go out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, did they really not have that much lead time in what they were in? Were they just like?
They must not have, because there was an ad at the end of the last issue for like what was coming next, which was the Forever War. And it had art and everything. So it must have been pretty quick.
Interesting.
I know there was like some, I don't know if it was their ending. Was it their ending that was published? There was like some sort of like fan published thing, I think of it, or some project that was going on to republish it or to publish Forever
there
War.
was. And I think it was like done in Russia or something. But yeah, it's like a 5-part Forever War. I haven't read it myself. But
I don't
did
know
get,
if
like, a fan publishing.
Yeah, were they involved? Like, were the original creators involved? Or
Yeah, it's Murphy and Chris Allen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
that
have to
was.
find
I
it and
remember
check it
that
out
being the
sometime.
big. I remember that being the big selling point. Was that
Mhm.
those two had come back to do it.
And I think they got it done, and then like immediately COVID hit. Because I remember emailing the guy like, "Is it too late to get a copy of these issues?" He's like, "No, send me 60 rubles or whatever the hell they use in Russia,
Yeah.
and I'll send it to you." And then like all commerce stopped like a week later. I was like, "I'm not sending my email to Russia anymore, thank you." But
It's tempting though.
yeah, I think it was on like one of those free sites, like Read Comics or something. I'll have to try and dig it up.
Well, they took down Read Comics online.
No.
No.
Yeah, it's the big
Yeah.
drama in the community this week.
Lots of jokes on my I have come across all the comic book subreddits I follow. Lots of jokes about it.
They don't know the
Yeah,
Russian version. There's a Russian version. You can just read that.
Someone straight up asked for.
See
like,
that, guys?
in
Cody's a real criminal. You all need to step up your game.
Right.
No, for real. Like, I've been using this website for months. Like, what are we talking about? For
You
years,
find it
like a
Forever War
year.
on there?
Are you using like a VPN? Is that what's going down?
No, it's just look. You want me to say it? I don't.
You're just using Russian websites without a VPN?
Yeah, man.
It's
Of pirated information?
readcomicsonline.ru. What are they
That's
gonna
where-
do? Like,
And that's where tonight's sponsor comes in, NordVPN.
what are they gonna steal from me that the government isn't already stealing from me and gonna arrest me for? Honestly.
I mean, Utah did already just, is apparently just making all of our voter registration information public now. So there's that.
Like, literally, like, what's gonna happen?
Just
No bad can
selling it to
happen,
everybody
only
out
good
there.
happen.
It can only good happen.
I don't think they have the Forever War, Keith. This one is mainly the every new comic book days releases.
Mhm.
What do you want?
What are you talking about? Forever War is already happening. It's happening right now.
True.
Yeah. But
topical jokes about political issues. That's what you folks come to this show for, right?
Indeed.
Remind you that the world is burning. You're welcome.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell we were
Alright.
talking about before all this.
Yeah, sorry.
Last thoughts on this?
Yeah,
What we
like
loved? Did we talk about
I
what
actually
we hated already?
I do enjoy these stories in general. Like I enjoy them. I think they're fun. I think they're good. It's just that like it's really weird that this is the end of the series, It's like, okay, sure, what I guess. That's basically my thoughts on it. They're really
this
fun
is how Game of
stories.
Thrones fans feel.
Yeah, probably. That would make a lot of sense. Yeah. We never talk about it again. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's weird. Though to be fair, it's not any more incomprehensible than Archie normally was during its run. So it's kind of quite fitting that it just ends. Because, like, I'll ask you this: how could they have ended it on purpose? You know, and I guess they did with Forever War or whatever. But is that really any better?
I haven't
If
read
you're
it, so I
being
couldn't tell you.
honest, like,
Yeah,
what
you know, yeah,
conclusion could they give Archie that would possibly make sense?
they're gonna be like fighting Shredder in the future or something. You know,
Like,
but
what strange country could they go to and mine their cultural history for a cheap comic book that would satisfy you better?
Welcome to Morocco, Ninja Turtles. I do overall like this series. I'm glad we read it again, and I enjoyed it just as much the second time. It's
Yeah,
definitely
like
got its issues, because it's a comic. But
hey,
I think the good vastly outweighs the bad in this series.
I
I
agree.
enjoy it.
Um,
Like, I really like parts like where I think Archie is the strongest is when they do stuff like Red Sails in the Sunset, where it's like it's a cool, fun idea. It's very contained. It's very focused. Um, I like Archie when it's like that. Then I think it really shines. Outside of that, it's like a fun novelty of like all the crazy things they got up to.
well, there's also like a lot that's been added to like the IDW series that's from this series as well. So like I feel like you get a more complete picture of like everything that IDW pulls from by reading this series and then like watching the 2003 series as well. Like a little bit of 87 in there maybe, but I feel like if you read Archie and 2003 and you know maybe a bit of Mirage, I mean basically those just Archie 2003 because 2003 covers so much of Mirage, like you can kind of then see where IDW was pulling from for the most part when you read through that series. Kind of appreciate it, I guess.
mhm.
I get well. I don't think the neutrinos in the Archie comics were they in the first like those first five that adapted the cartoon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, the first 5 are like direct. It's the first 3 issues. It's a 3-issue miniseries adapting the 5 episodes of the first season, and
yeah.
they're like tit for tat.
So there you go. You don't even have to watch the 87 series. You know, if you just want to read Archie and watch 2003, you can then already have some background for everything that happens in IDW.
Yeah. You'll be confused when you get to Dark Water, but until then, you'll be fine.
Yeah. I guess there are a few things that are 87 specific, you know, that they pull. But we'll tell you all of them as we go through reading it.
What?
That's right, folks. That is the next series we'll be covering. But first, we're going to finish the 2003 series before we do.
All right.
I was
here's
so
here's
excited.
here's a
and
plate full of
crushed.
cookies. Let me slap it out of your hand.
I hope you're hungry for nothing.
For nothing. uh, why do you gotta threaten
How many
me
episodes of
like
2003
that?
do we have left? Like 40?
No, we're like
Holy-
at the very end. We have 2 more
Yeah.
of our episodes to do. We have 7 broadcast
Yeah.
episodes to watch.
And then Turtles Forever.
Yep. So I guess 3. Anything
I
else we can
can't
talk
wait.
about for Archie, guys, before we move on to the news?
I think that's
No.
it.
Yeah, I'm good.
Like we said, like I think it's definitely worth reading, and then I think definitely picking up the new compendium from IDW will be fun. Like I think this is worth reading. It's a neat time capsule into this era of Ninja Turtles when like the Mirage comic wasn't really doing much anymore. Like it was already kind of over at this point. Like volume 2, like nobody read it. Like 'cause everyone is reading this.
Yeah. What's cool about those compendiums too is they're including like all the mini series and specials that we didn't get to. So there's like
Yeah.
an April special. There's one that's Donatello and Leatherhead. Murdude has a whole 3-parter with Michelangelo and Man Ray and someone else I can't remember. Mondo
Yeah, like
Gecko.
we didn't read like April the 5th Turtle, and she's got an action figure.
Yeah, we didn't read May East Saga. We didn't read any of the specials with like Monstrix or the Ground
Damn.
or
It's
Well,
kind of like
if you guys,
we effed
sludge
it
and
all
whatnot.
up.
I mean, and they're
we
not
can't go back
necessary
and read
for the
them.
story entirely, but I think much like Tales Volume 2, like if we ever get to a point where like, hey, we need something, this is something to go back to. But like those compendiums are apparently including everything, so it's a great way to read this story.
I wonder
like,
if they'll.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll include like the Israel stuff,
I
like
think
those crazy adventures?
I think they'll include that one. I think they're not going to include the Muhammad issue.
Yeah, time will tell.
It'll be interesting.
Actually,
It'll be
what's
interesting to see.
Compendium 2 up to? Does it cover that far? It was in the 30s.
It goes main issues 18 to 26. Monsters Rage, Louis Pasteur, Darkest Hour, It Takes Guts, Clever Critters, the May East Saga, 3 issues.
Okay, so we're not quite there yet.
Yeah. I'm waiting. It's at 22% off, but we can go lower. We can go lower.
Yeah, it's what 31 to 37 were the ones that weren't published initially.
Okay. Okay.
Cool. So anything else before we go into the news, guys?
That's it.
All right. Here we go. Excuse me.
This is April O'Neil of Channel 6.
Toys are first. Cody, what we got for toys this week?
NECA just dropping bangers that everybody definitely knows what they are on site and loves them. So everyone loved Daimyo Orkai and his raptor friend, and so now NECA, following the glorious raving fan reception, they did put out Daimyo Savanti Romero, which he pairs up with Choti. How do you guys say it?
I think it's Shote because that's how the action figure was spelled.
Chote.
Show.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which it's strange because that was like a year ago, so I guess it's never too late to have a figure pair with another figure. I believe he's up for pre-order. I think he's like $50, $49, which would be 50.
Yeah, 49 is practically.
Yeah, I mean, it quite literally. Let's see, pre-order now because it's the Savanti Romero Warlord version, $39.99. So he's $40, which ain't bad. He's pretty cool. I think a lot of people were digging that. He has like his little cape and he has like galaxy star pants on, kind of.
I
And
mean, he's not
again another.
He's not the goat man, but it's not a bad figure.
I mean I don't know the face. I don't dig the face, but yeah, I mean people. I do think people actually kind of digged this one, or dugged it. They also put out everyone's favorite foot mystic Mishima, which you just when you see him you recognize him. He's that hot of a character.
I mean,
Excuse me.
I honestly, I don't know. I also recognized him like Ethan. I got it like right away. I was like, oh, they're doing the other worm guy, like from that story.
Sure, Mike. Sure.
I didn't know his name. I didn't know his name. I'll give that one to Keith, but I did.
Well,
I did immediately.
You're also cheating because NECA in the listing they said about the worms, so I feel like they helped you out without the worm.
That's the
reference.
thing is like I saw the worm thing and I was like, I don't remember them showing a foot mystic though. It was just written in the explanation in the original issue when it talks about how they resurrected him. And I was like, could they have pulled it from Tales Volume 2? And I was like, would they pull from Tales Volume 2?
They did,
and they
is
did.
The one that made the Shark Shredder.
Yeah. Like this is specifically like the version from Tales. Like that's where the color comes from.
Do you guys think that in the next Mutant Mayhem movie that we're gonna see Shark Shredder? Because like they now have a Shark Shredder card in the Magic the Gathering game. It's just weird that there's this many references now to the issue where Shredder becomes a shark. And I'm like, are they prepping people for something? Do they have that kind of synergy going on at Paramount?
I would take
Do they
Shark
actually care?
Shredder. I would take Shark Shredder over another Super Shredder.
Like
Same.
they
Yeah.
think they kill Shredder, and then he like gets shark mutant stuff going on.
What
Becomes
about
Shark
No,
Super
Shredder,
Shark Shredder?
I think they would
Super
just
Shark Shredder,
blend. I think they would just blend the two, to be honest.
Super Shark Shredder, and it's basically just Superfly. When he's the giant kaiju mutant again.
Right. Except it's
Flying through
Shredder. Yeah. We only have the
I
one plot.
mean, anything could happen, but I don't necessarily. If it was just NECA doing this, I would say no. But the Magic the Gathering inclusions,
But
maybe. But also, like
also,
Magic the Gathering, the goal was to just pad out the deck.
yeah,
um,
yeah,
Hey,
so they needed as many cards as possible, so it behooved them to pull whatever out. Um,
yeah.
so
No, and I don't
I don't know.
disagree with you there either. And the other part of that, all of it, right, is like first off, Magic did cover a whole lot, but also B, I just don't see Paramount having that level of synergy going on. I just don't see it. Like they seem to kind of when they hand out the license, they have like a list of what you can pull, is what it seems like, and that's that. Maybe they give some people more free reign because like we've already heard the people that make the video games say that like yeah they gave us a list of characters we could use or characters to use, and that's what they did.
Which I mean, that's fairly standard for like
Hmm.
licensed stuff, unless you happen to have, it depends. Like if it's like a still the actual people who own the license, or like an actual person who owns the license and is really into it, usually they let people go nuts with it. But when it's like a corporation who owns the license, usually they. But and it's also dependent on whoever's like the people writing the story on the movie and whatnot and what they're
Hmm.
into. So it's like, yeah, maybe. Maybe indeed. But yeah, I mean, clearly, it seems like Keith and Mike are just they pre-ordered these figures on site.
well, it's not up for pre-order yet on the NECA store.
Yeah, because NECA they've oddly they view these releases as so hype that they tease them in full in preparation for you to be able to
Yeah.
pre-order. So it feels like NECA's. It's kind of sad because on the one hand, like, look, if you're a deep cut is cool, if they're
Hmm.
like, here's a character that nobody would ever probably make, really awesome, really cool. But many fans have been at the biggest joke is like Tempestra, right? Fans have been wanting Tempestra,
Yeah,
maybe happening, maybe not, and it's just like every time they reveal a figure that's not Tempestra, it's like so there's
Yeah.
stuff like that. And then people like me, where NECA previously was like, what if we did in the Universal Monsters line a Metaluna mutant Krang, or like a Harryhausen troll double-headed turtle, and people were like, "Oh, hell yeah, that's awesome." And then NECA was like, "But it's not commercially viable, so we're not doing it." And then they're like, "But I think people really want. I think they're hot for Foot Mystic Mishima." It's
Right.
but
like,
like we still
really,
don't have a
really?
complete Carnage. We already talked about this, right? But there's no complete
Yeah.
Carnage or Radical figure. Those are characters with multiple appearances. Uh,
That still shocks me that we don't have those yet. Like,
Stainless Steel Steve and
Yeah,
Joey
yeah. The Justice
Elastic.
Force. I don't even really like the Justice Force necessarily, but as figures, they would be goofy fun.
Yeah, Doctor Dome. Like they could give him
Yeah,
a
I mean,
clear head.
they
we
did the
got both.
Domoids,
Yeah.
which
They
yeah.
did it.
is
They did a domoid,
stupid.
yes,
Um,
but
so
no
it's
Doctor
actually
Dome.
possible they do the Justice Force. Yeah, it's funny to me that clearly NECA was just like, these are going to be bangers, and
Like the
I would
the
say the
Justice
fan
Force.
reception has
Mhm.
been fairly negative.
Yeah.
Like the Justice Force issue is a memorable issue of
I
Mirage,
think
right? Like it's more memorable than the Wanderer issue. Like it's more memorable than a lot of the things that they're making figures of right now. It-
And those characters happened multiple times, so they were like
yeah, they happened in the
actual
2003 series
news.
as well, and they happened throughout the Mirage comics. So like there is familiarity there. It just kind of blows my mind that
I
they.
do I do think it's funny that like a big like criticism is like, oh, like these are all deep cut characters, and it's like every character that's not the main cast in Mirage though is a deep cut character. Like like as much as we love Complete Carnage and Radical, like a lot of people did not read those issues or is
That's true. Though
because
I
she
have
never.
seen other people talk about Carnage and Radical. I think the funny thing
Oh
with
yeah.
this
No, there
one
are there are dozens of us.
is like say with like the 87 series, there's a lot of characters maybe you don't know offhand, but if they show you a picture, you're like, oh yeah. But
Yeah,
these
like Welcome
ones, it's
Hair.
like on site. On site, people are like, I don't know who that is.
Yeah. Well, and the other hard part with Mirage is that there's not a lot of. I would say that their toyetic characters are limited, right? Like they're sort
Yeah.
of like this makes a good figure sort of character, especially for what the Ninja Turtles line traditionally is as a toy line. Um,
Well,
like
yeah,
it's hard.
going back to Radical, like she's not a fun figure. I mean, like she's not a fun toy. Like Complete Carnage is going to be the one, like the big selling point of that. Like if presumably if they did a 2-pack, because that would
But
really
like,
be the only way to really sell that. Hey, these two go together.
yeah, but like the Justice Force, great figures, fun figures. You can even have Zippy Lad in his wheelchair. Like it would be hilarious to have.
That would be cool. And the wheels actually spin.
Yeah.
Yeah, stainless steel Steve comes with actual stainless steel on his forehead. Come on.
That would be cool, like a play feature, and you can hit people with it.
Yeah. Love
Hit
it.
your friends,
I
stainless
mean,
steel Steve's head.
and they've also in the middle of this, they're also apparently you can get blue Renette normally now, not through Auto T. We'll just slip that in there, which is and it makes
Nice.
sense. You put her with Romero. It's quite possible they could do those figures. There's been a growing speculation. And again, who knows? But because the whole TMNT license takeover from Playmates to Mattel happened in 2027, a lot of folks are speculating maybe, Mattel will exercise more control over the figures and other companies won't get to it. So now people are starting to speculate, like it feels like NECA is just like dumping things that they've had been waiting in the wings.
Oh, I 100% believe that.
Which is also kind of odd because these are also like recently they showed off the DuckTales figures, and they showed those as renders, right? Which is very unusual for them. They're showing these figures, which are clearly made, and they at least had prototypes, so they've pushed them all the way. And so it kind of seems like they've been sitting on them for a while. Because like why would you just have like it's like Mashima ready to go? We knew you'd like him. We pushed him as far as we could.
Yeah.
So
Well, again,
it does
we've seen the DuckTales figures like like physically. We saw the prototypes of those.
Well,
too.
yeah, but these aren't prototypes. These are like you can see like the actual sculpts and whatnot, seemingly. So like it's kind of crazy that somehow, and again, like DuckTales is a great example. DuckTales is a way bigger draw than Foot Mystic Mashima, but it's like you don't. It's somehow, and maybe it was the timing or whatever. But it's like you went from prototypes to actual full digital renders, which look terrible, or they look very rendery. But it's like at some point you pushed Mashima all the way where you have like real production grade stuff to go. It's just it does feel like something bizarre is afoot, as if they're just like, welp, we need to get our money out on Mashima if we wasted everything on him, so let's put him out. Like it does
Well,
feel weird.
It's like between that and the
Speaking-
Ross drops, it's like it feels like they're just dumping stuff off. And now even like the blue Renette too. Like have they had these sitting around in a factory somewhere or a warehouse somewhere?
Yeah, and
Maybe
it's like,
they
well,
dump
if
it.
we don't sell them this year,
they were
it's not
sitting in
gonna work.
everybody's Auto T vault, not getting claimed, and they're like, we want to clear out this warehouse now.
Yeah. I still
But
don't understand LT, but
speaking of other weird things going on with the license,
Yeah, Mike has some exclusive court reporting that he did.
well, not exclusive, but so a law office, so I follow, LinkedIn, very exciting social media platform. So
I hear where
I follow
perverts go.
Playmates. Yeah,
Pervert Stain
Uh,
Mike. Yep.
yeah, exactly. So I follow Playmates. Yeah, because it was interesting, and I wanted to work there. points, and they're in LA. So I was like, okay, like I'll follow them for jobs. So they had shared a post from a law office nearby where I currently work, and I was like, oh, that's weird. And reading it, let me pull up the actual quote. I should have. The law office Reeves and Weiss posted this on their LinkedIn. It was a picture protecting what generations love. Playmates Toys has retained Reeves and Weiss to defend the company in a matter critical to protecting its brand and legacy and value. Decades to build a beloved brand, our job protect it. We're proud to share that Playmates Toys Inc., the licensee of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise and the designer, developer, and manufacturer of nearly all TMNT action figures for almost 4 decades, has asked Reeves and Weiss to defend the company and safeguard the legacy and value of a brand that has shaped generations. It's a privilege to be entrusted with the work of this magnitude on behalf of the enterprise with storied history, bringing joy to generations of fans. More to follow. We're honored to be in the fight. So not a ton there other than just kind of like some ideas of what this lawsuit could be about. I don't think any of us think that Playmates is suing to get the license. I don't. If they were suing, they wouldn't be hiring a law firm that hashtags this post as boutique law.
Also, like a weird thing to sue, to be like, oh yeah, make us pay you more money. We'll sue you for that. Like, what
Exactly.
what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
and because I also think like unless there was a specific like they're saying like, oh, Paramount actually violated the contract, and by the contract they should still have the license, unless it was something like very arcane to that.
Yeah.
I don't think it would do it. But yeah, as they're teasing it, it doesn't seem at all what they're talking about.
So in my investigative reporting for this show, I actually did call to try and get an official statement. And as of now, the case is not filed, so they don't have any statements. It's me to email them for any updates. We haven't gotten anything yet. But as of now, the case is, so we don't know any details about what's going on there. So this is all speculation from this point on. We had talked
unrelatedly, that law firm is now suing Mike. So
you've made that joke several times, but they posted it publicly, so it's like I can't. It doesn't make any sense.
It's funny. It's a funny
It's
joke, and if
funny.
I say it
joke.
enough, it might.
It
relies
relies on things that aren't true.
But it's hilarious.
That's the best comedy.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's literally the funniest thing we said all night.
Maybe they're a co-plaintiff, or I don't know the legal term. You'll find out in court. But maybe they teamed up with Facebook, and they're two birds with one stone.
Really. What are you, Mr. Fantastic, with all this stretching you're doing here? So anyway, they
Let me mute myself. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Sorry,
anyway,
Mike.
pure speculation at this point. Pure speculation. We talked about it months ago when it was announced that Mattel would take over the license. Would they be touching the vintage stuff that the toy line is known for? Like that's kind of the vintage toys and Playmates, like that's hand in hand the big thing like that people think of when they think of toy line. So it's like we think that maybe Playmates is suing, or at least trying to prevent Mattel from using its designs.
Yeah, because a lot of people took it as a foregone conclusion that if Mattel gets the rights, they have the rights to everything and they can do whatever they want and re-release all Playmates designs. But I feel like it's a very interesting question. Like, is that the case? Because again, most people don't know anything about anything, including me. So it's like, who's to say Playmates couldn't say, okay, we don't have the license, but that's, our 40 years of work and we don't want you to touch any of it. You can do your own stuff.
Yeah, because like we know allegedly they threw a big stink with Super 7 and how Super 7 for their Turtles Ultimates was updating Playmates design. And like it got to the point where Super 7 had to pivot and start doing things like finding loopholes, like, oh, this design was on a toothpaste, bottle in Italy, so we can use it. It's not based on Playmates. We're basing it on that. Like,
Yeah, which I think makes sense, but I think people also blew up into more than what it is.
yeah,
Because
like,
clearly, like, obviously, Super 7 had to, they stopped making Playmates designs by and large. So I think it's safe to say at some point Playmates was like, maybe we didn't care before, but we care now, and we don't want you making our stuff because we'd like to make our stuff with like their remasters or whatnot.
yeah,
But very famously, and the way like Brian Flynn always described it, it's like, you do a design, you submit it to the brand owner, which is not Playmates, it's Paramount, right? Um, they go through, they approve it or not, and at some point they stopped getting their designs approved, seemingly because of that. So at one point they overcorrected and they released what we deem Sexy Rat King, which was like a Rat King based on Shredder's Revenge Rat King, I guess, with a little bit of classic Playmates influence. And fans were like, oh, no, no, we don't like fun. We don't like sexiness. And so they went back to the drawing board and did a Rat King that was much more in line with the original one, which clearly it's not like Playmates shut that down. So I think the issue was more nuanced than it would seem. Um, but I also think it's always been weird to me that people view Playmates as like the bad guy in that respect. Because imagine if any of us owned a company and you had all these designs, like why would you be okay with another company just making your stuff?
yeah,
Like that's always seemed crazy to me.
exactly.
And so
Like, I don't think Playmates is the bad guy in this situation. I think they are in like a very interesting position. Um, because like that brand has been their identity for almost 40 years. And like, they lost. I don't think they're being sore losers, but I think they would like to be recognized, continue to be recognized for designs that are like intrinsically linked to them. Like, and I think
yeah,
you
because
made a good point on your Instagram, where you were talking about how like Playmates is almost as responsible for the brand as the cartoon was, like in terms of what we know as like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like a lot comes from Playmate.
yeah, and like the cartoon wouldn't have happened except for them wanting to be able to sell their toys. Like, would TMNT still exist in some form? Would the comic have taken off and some other company would have do it? Would it have blown up? Maybe. But I think people treat Playmates just like any other company that they got the license and did it. When quite literally, they're like, hey, what if we made figures? Oh, to sell the figures, we need to make a TV show because that's how the figure business works. And that exploded. So it's like they're as responsible for what TMNT is today than any other company. And it's so far different than a regular license interaction
Mhm.
that I think it makes a lot of sense if if they're rightfully like, we kind of made TMNT. And also, because I'm sure behind the scenes they're aware of things, and maybe there's already talks going on, like, hey, can we get, and this is again pure speculation, but you would imagine if a new company's taking over at some point, they're like, hey, do you have the old molds? How is that going to work? Blah, blah, blah. It makes total sense if they're like, oh, clearly our stuff is so wonderful and fantastic, you'll still want to use it, but you don't want us to be involved anymore. No, go kick rocks. Like it makes all the sense in the world to me that they'd feel some kind of way about it.
Yeah,
Because why
and I
wouldn't you?
think, and so like I said, like I think this is going to be a very interesting case to watch, and see what what comes of it. So obviously, like we'll update when they respond, the law office, because like I had asked for like a statement or like be put, some kind of list for these kind of updates because we'd like to talk about it. It's very interesting. Um,
Yeah.
so especially because like Cody and I are toy guys too. So this is very. I literally told the guy because surprised that I was calling and asking about this, and I was like having to explain like, yeah, like we report on Ninja Turtles news and like much in our interested. So yeah, so we'll update as soon as we.
Can I ask real quick, have you guys ever considered calling yourselves Toy Boys as like a community?
I know people
Um,
do. I don't think Cody and I have ever discussed it.
I mean, all men who collect toys should call themselves Toy Boys instead
Nah,
of
I'm
there's
Boy
an
there's
Toys.
too
action figure
many.
man.
Yeah, there's too many. There's
Um,
too many bros in the community to make
um,
fun of
I
themselves that
I
much.
bet if we looked it up, I'm sure there's somebody who goes by Toy Boy or Toy Boys or something.
Yeah, I don't think the community would ever accept that because like I said, there's too many like manly men.
It's true. If you call them dolls or whatnot.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I forgot one other thing. Did we talk about? Speaking of Playmates and actually toys, they kind of stealth released a new 2-pack of their remastered figures, where you get like Battle Damage Raph and Battle Damage Rocksteady on Amazon.
Gonna kind of suck if that's the only if that's the only one of these 2-packs they do.
So, on the back of the 2-pack is a shadow of Bebop and Rocksteady. So you would naturally assume, oh, there'll be another one. M. Smith, a known knower of behind the scenes figure stuff, especially with Playmates, a few weeks ago showed images of battle damaged Raph and battle damaged Leo. So I think it's safe to say there's at least a battle damaged Leo. But on the Turtle Tracks podcast, I forget his name. One of the Playmates VP guy was on there talking about stuff. He did say there's no Bebop.
It's like,
I don't
bummer.
think
Like, and that's
he definitively said there's not another 2-pack, but I would assume we'd have to see Leo paired with someone, and my guess at that point would probably be like a Shredder battle damage.
well, yeah, because we have the remastered Shredder, so like that's
Yeah,
easy. That's easy reuse. So that is and that's what I was afraid of. That's what's disappointing because it's like that's kind of what's prevented me from buying that last row Raphael is that like knowing that I'm never going to get the other 3 turtles. Like why
it's
I don't
sad.
want just Raph. Yeah, like it really does suck that like Playmates really did come out with some of their best stuff so late in the game that it's kind of like why do I even want it anymore? Like the last Playmates figures I'm probably going to buy are going to be those GI Joe figures.
Yeah,
Hopefully they
and
all come out.
Godzilla.
I'm not into the Godzilla figures, but I'm glad you are. Like, I'm
Yeah,
glad they have their like my favorite ones of the what Playmates has done recently were those first, sketch turtles tier. Those were so
yeah,
good.
those were
Those
super
are
cool.
cool.
Yeah, they were finally starting to crack after years of being kind of asleep at the wheel. Good news for you in TMNT GI Joe is they said they're coming all at once. They're not like they're just like they're like here you go.
Coming all
Here's
at
everything.
once.
Yeah, and multiple retailers. Like I think like Walmart is going to get 2-packs, and like so they should be pretty easy to get for everybody who wants them. And
That's
so
awesome.
yeah. But that's it for toys.
Right, what we got in comics?
In comics, we have a Tales of the TMNT #6. So that's that series that is telling like more stories in the Mutant Mayhem universe. It's in the same vein as the cartoon, that same one we've been talking about all these weeks. And then the Shredder #8 is going to be hitting your shops. I still need to read the Shredder #7. I finally just got it today. I read issue 18. I got all caught up on like the mainline book. I need to read the Shredder one still.
Tales of the TMNT #6 is the end of the Fugitoid arc, written by a friend of so
All right, Spencer, what are we doing next week?
Next week, we're covering TMNT 2003 Season 7, Episodes 7 through 10.
So it's Identity Crisis, Web Wranglers, Super Quest, and Virtual Reality Check.
oh boy. If you guys want to follow along, please follow along. You can hit us up on any of our socials at Ninja Turtle Power or Ninja Turtle PH. You can also join our Discord at the link in our bio.
All right, that's our show this week. Thank you again so much for listening. And until next time, cowabunga, dudes.
Certified, certified.
Booyakasha.
Hot soup. So are we not doing the issue?
I don't know. I kind of feel like you guys hate IDW and their current work.
I really like it, but
Not me, Greg. I like it, Greg. I read it on time, Greg. You
I
Greg,
like it too. I
read
just
the
haven't been to the comic book store. I do wonder if the like eventually Splinter's gonna have to kill everyone on the planet to keep his kids alive, though, right?
I mean,
well,
if
because
only,
like the way this issue ended, like
hold on,
Are you
stop.
talking about 18?
Stop.
Because Keith hasn't
I'm
read
talking
it.
about I'm
I
talking
know.
about up till now. Because he's like, I'm
Yeah,
gonna kill everyone who's murdering my kids. Eventually, he's gonna have to
Oh,
kill
Keith-
everyone on the planet, right?
Keith,
He's
can
gonna
you
blow up the whole world.
issue?
Did you
I
want
make a joke,
spoilers?
guys. No.
Do you
Oh,
do you
you'll
want
go to that.
spoilers?
Oh, you'll go to that Russian website, but not the one I linked you to. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I see how it is.
You know why I'll go to that Russian website and not the one you linked me to?
Why?
Because you didn't link me to it. I don't trust you. I trust Russia. I'm kidding. All right, I am gonna jet though if y'all are gonna talk 18. So take care. I'll see y'all next week.
Are we talking 18? Because I want to go eat dinner.
Fuck all y'all.
No,
I mean,
you
I'm
don't
gonna talk about it, but if people are out of time, things did run along this episode with us talking about
Yeah. Sorry,
what we
IDW.
plan on doing
Everyone
in the
hates your
future.
current comics.
I mean, we can.
I really enjoyed 18. I really enjoyed 18. I thought it was a
Plot it in the
fantastic
next-
comic book.
I
I thought
think
it
it's
was a
the best
fantastic
one. Yeah.
comic book.
We can.
Yeah.
And
the next
I like
week's-
where they're going with it.
I also while I was there, I picked up I think it's called "If Destruction Should Be Our Lot." It's a Lincoln quote. It's like "If Destruction Should Be Our Lot," and it's like about
I got
a
that
future where everyone's
I got that
robots.
too.
Oh, you did?
That was
Yeah,
the-
it
yeah,
sounds
that was the
sounds pretty
recommended
good.
Book, that was the recommended book at my shop last week.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was recommended to me by a YouTuber I listened to, Comic Tropes.
Damn.
So I was like, I gotta check this
I
out. But it's
saw
like
it on. Do you guys ever see Rob on TikTok?
Rob.
I forget his account name because I'm an asshole like that. But
Rob
he's
who?
cool. Rob, the Rob.
There's a lot of Robs.
He's
lot
the
of
only
Robs.
Rob you need to. He's the only Rob you need. What do you? Comic
Rob
Book
Paulson?
Chronicles. Rob. No, fuck that,
Hmm,
Rob.
hmm.
No, Rob Paulson's
What?
actually a very nice man.
I was about to say he spent a lot of time on
He's no-
TikTok Live with you. What are you talking
He's
about?
no Comic Book Chronicles Rob, though. He was. It's not my fault he was usurped as the number one Rob. No, if Rob Paulson was listening, he would love that joke. He would feel even more endeared toward me.
You're not talking about Comics Explained, Rob, are you? The racist?
No, that Rob is dead to me.
Okay.
It's Rob Comic Book Chronicles.
There's a lot of Robs. I'm just gonna
He's
say it
the only
again.
Rob you
There's a-
need. I told you. What do you not understand? I put him in the group chat on TikTok, and you're gonna follow him, and you're gonna like all this stuff because he's actually pretty cool. We actually should have him on the show at some point. He's a comic book guy.
Am I? But do you think I'm cooler than him though? Do you think that maybe I could be?
You know who
if,
you
if
remind me
I
of,
was running for
Spencer?
president and he was running for president, would you vote for him over me?
I'll answer it with this anecdote. Do you know like Tim Robinson, right?
Yeah.
I don't know the other guy's name, but he often plays his brother.
I haven't watched enough Tim Robinson to know what you're talking about. Who you're talking
You
about?
probably know who he is. Have you seen what's the movie Tim Robinson did? What was the movie?
I watched Friendship. Friendship.
You know,
That's what I've
yeah,
seen.
Friendship. You know when he's in the like they're having like the house party and Tim is like on his drum set drumming and the guy comes with the Vietnam hat and yells at him.
Oh yeah.
That guy I feel like is your clone and you look exactly like him.
With voting me for president over Rob.
So, you know, would I vote for that guy instead of Rob? Maybe. Maybe.
Wait.
Cody, are you saying I look
Wait.
like Josh Segarra? Is that who you're saying I look like?
No.
No.
Wait, hold on. I don't know his name.
Wait, so Mike, you're out the
No.
28th?
Wait.
Yeah. I'll
28th
meet.
will be 28th would be our last episode of 2003.
That's what that's what I thought. So then, how many episodes are we doing that one?
3.
Here, Spencer. I'm putting it in the chat. It's Connor O'Malley. You'll know him.
That's not nearly as flattering.
Tell me that's not you. Tell me that's not like literally you.
That's not me. That's not me, man.
That's literally you.
That's
Literally you.
That's not me.
I'm not even kidding. That post a picture of yourself right now. Post a picture of yourself. Fine, I'll go on your TikTok.
I've seen,
I don't care.
I've seen what Spencer looks like. I know what he looks like.
And for the record, if I ran for president against that guy, I'd vote for me. That's all I'm saying.
What is your B to Z?
That does not look like Spencer at all.
You shut up.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike.
Holy
shit. Mike.
Wait.
That's a man there.
Damn.
Cody,
Okay,
post
I'll
this next to the picture that you think looks like Spencer.
What do you mean?
So that we can see what you're seeing.
Hold on, I gotta get a better on his show your whole face on your TikTok. Wait, hold on. Wait.
He does show his whole face on his TikTok.
I know. I was
all the
trying to
time.
flip it. Jeez. You can't honestly tell me Spencer doesn't look like that guy.
I can honestly tell you Spencer doesn't looks nothing.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I don't believe you. Like obviously they have different hair, but in the face?
I don't know, dude.
Eyes are entirely different.
Yeah, like I'm way hotter than that guy.
Now. I hate
I'm
you
way
all.
hotter than that guy. My facial hair actually, it's my facial hair is way less patchy. Way less patchy. I look way better.
This is a conspiracy.
No.
I expect honesty from you guys.
I'm gonna ask my wife, who this is the first time she's gonna see what Spencer looks
I look like that guy if he got handsome Squidwarded, in the face, by a door.
I hope that Mike's wife looks at the Black Condor figure and is like, that guy looks nothing like Black Condor.
for your answer. She doesn't want to participate in our weird circle jerk.
No, that's not. No, this is an honest question. I need your input. I need your input. These guys are lying to me. They're saying these two look nothing alike.
She can't hear you. She can't hear you. So you don't have to yell at me.
She should be impressed by our circle jerk over the internet.
Yell louder so that she can hear you through the microphones, the headphones.
I'm asking her now. Cody says, okay, this is Spencer. This is a picture of Spencer. Cody says that Spencer looks exactly like this guy.
At least a 70% match.
So facial hair.
I mean, we both look like white men.
Huh?
Not exactly. I didn't say exactly, but like obviously, like the hair, they don't have the same. They don't comb the hair the fucking same. They don't have the same fucking haircut. But if they did, they would look the same. You know what Don't act like you're a fucking alien. You don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay, so officially no, he doesn't look right.
In the great scheme of all white boys look the same, yes, but also no, not at all.
See,
Oh,
there you
bullshit. You're all fucking liars. Now you got Mike's wife in on it. This is
yeah. I needed an unbiased. I needed an unbiased person.
No.
If anything, she I don't know if you caught it, Spencer. She did say you look like Matt Mercer with facial hair.
Can you guys not see a face and think of it outside of the hair? You're like, well, this one's literally wearing glasses. You don't wear
This
glasses.
is how
You don't look
Superman
alike.
hides. Yeah.
Matt Mercer
Ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Matt Mercer has a face that's closer to Spencer than the fucking guy.
No, he has the same fucking
No.
hair, is what you're saying.
No,
Apparently,
no,
you
Matt-
guys only see hair. I'm learning you guys are face blind and you only have eyeballs for fucking haircuts.
Wow,
That's
look at
what's
that
going on
conversation
here.
I've ever had in my entire life. Oh,
Oh
my
look,
God.
a guy with long hair. I know he doesn't have a mustache. Can you parse? Can you hypothesize what his lips look like? Oh nope, can't do that. They don't look exactly the same. Maybe if they go to the same barber and get a matching fucking haircut, we'll be able to compare
Look,
facial
another picture of
similarity.
Spencer I just posted with facial hair this time.
No. If I'll tell you what, guys, if I get word that a nuclear bomb is
no.
dropping and I could call you guys to warn you and spare you, no, I'm letting those fuckers drop. You're gone.
I definitely
You're toast.
look like a good picture of Matthew Mercer. You know, I would say that I look like Matt Mercer if he got handsome Squidward in the face.
Totally. That looks. I mean, look at the hair. Looks exactly the same.
Like
God.
if I put those two together, I'm gonna ask everybody on Twitter now.
If they were to
All of
to handsome,
Twitter come together.
please no, please no. But if they were to handsome Squidward Matt Mercer, I think he'd look like me.
I can't even remember why Cody brought it. Caitlin's like I don't even want to know why you guys are talking about this.
Hey, to be fair, this is the most normal kind of conversation we have. Don't act like
Yeah,
this is weird.
This is the most average. This is the prime
I think I
meridian of
had
our
someone tell me. I've been told I look like Kevin Bacon. I was told that when I was like 19. Someone said I look like Kevin Bacon. Like multiple people told me I look like Kevin Bacon in Argentina.
Right,
and you told them they were fucking dumbasses because of some
And I was like,
incredibly specific difference that doesn't match exactly that you can't extrapolate over.
Yeah, I was kind of just like, I look like Kevin Bacon if he got handsome Squidwarded, maybe, if he got his face smacked with the door, but and became handsome from it, but I don't think I really look like Kevin Bacon. And then I had someone else on TikTok say I looked like, I think it was John Hamm.
This conversation's stupid. You're all dumb. I don't believe it anymore.
But I get told that like various celebrities. So what I'm being told is by everyone is that I should be famous, but I'm not.
What?
So that's what I've taken from this conversation. I should be a celebrity.
What Caitlin specifically said is that
because I look like so many of them.
She said that white guys all look like each other. So,
and that's fair. That's that's fair. I won't deny that. I mean, Cody and I indistinguishable, really.
Yeah. Apparently to you blind fucks. It's outrageous.
Like the bit in Phineas and Ferb, Perry the platypus, puts on the fedora, a platypus, Perry the platypus.
Yeah,
I feel like if we were to if there'd be like Spencer
I feel
and
like
Cody,
the Superman glasses trick works on you guys.
Yeah. People like Spencer and Cody, and then you put on like a long hair wig, they'd then look at us and be like, two Spencers.
I guess. You guys only see hair. That's what I've learned tonight.
Face blindness.
Everybody's just walking hairdos for you guys.
We're from the the Dragon Ball Z. What am I trying to say? Fuck it, I'm tired. I'm not gonna say it.
Where they just switch the hairs on the
Thank
faces.
you. Yeah,
exactly
you get the gist of what I'm saying. So, just laugh for me if you could. Thank you.
I do understand it, Keith. But...
I mean what you know. I mean what you know.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I mean what you know. All right, I am gonna jet though.
Yeah, I'm gonna jet now too.
I think
Issue 18 was. Yeah, it was good. It was good. I highly recommend it. We'll maybe talk about it more next week. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll all be caught up.
I think
Keith and not hungry and tired.
Yeah, Keith can read it and then we can actually talk about it.
Yeah. All right, guys.
All right.
You guys take care.
Yeah. Have a good night, folks.
Boy.
Bye. this
Yeah,
anymore. Or
I think
whatever.
it's a great format. It's just not the way that we talk either.
Mhm.
You know, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
we go back and
I think
forth.
we can
Yeah.
split the difference.
So.
And presumably people are listening for us, so it's like they're already here. They're already locked in. They're gonna fucking listen to whatever we say anyway.
Yeah.
You can't turn off your phone.
Yeah.
All right. Should we table this and talk more on the chat because we're already at a half an hour now.
Yeah.
I know Spencer just started the recording, so anything I say now is
Yeah,
public
he's-
record.
he's
That's
crushing us with it.
Spencer's
Mhm,
cue to
mhm.
like hurry the hell up.
Yeah,
That's
that's
his,
the old
he's-
shut up bell, right?
Yeah.
School's in session.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything you'll regret, like soaking.
Yeah.
Soaking was the turn. Like we used to be a respectable podcast where you guys would like give me a dirty look if I said fuck. But once Mike brought up soaking, it's like the
Yeah,
water
Mike-
reached the dam, you know?
Mike just perverted the show. Had to come in with his little.
Yeah, me and
with his-
Keith used to fantasize about a Ninja Turtle after dark, and the show became that. You know?
Yeah. It's the
Well, you
darkest
know
damn
what? I
show.
like to think our show grew up with our listeners. So
I think the first F-bomb that like made it to recording was Tom Waltz.
It
'Cause
was,
he
yeah.
he's like, oh, can I say it? And we're like, well, it's PG-13. You get one.
It was Tom Waltz. Tom Waltz has the honor of dropping the first F-bomb on the show.
and now Keith just can't keep him out.
I know. Like every episode, I'm like, I'm just gonna do it.
I
Okay.
mean,
the thing is, right, is when I first started the show, it was with Brandon, and he like wanted it to be a family friendly show, and I was basically just like, I already have just a clean language anyway, right? Like I already just don't swear, just because at this point it's literally just a habit for me not to, and why break it, right? But
All it took was
you
a
know,
couple episodes around us, and I cuss like a sailor.
but like because he said he wanted it to be that way, and we said that in like the introduction episode that it was going to be a family friendly show, I felt an obligation at least, because I was like, man, I don't want someone to be like listening to this after we say that with their like 3-year-old kid, and suddenly we're,
I don't know.
yeah.
I mean, hot take: family friendly is more than just swearing. Like the swearing part is the least of it.
Yeah.
Because I see a lot of people say that, like, I do a family friendly YouTube channel because I don't swear, and then they'll talk about like stuff that I absolutely wouldn't want my kids listening to, but they're like, it's family friendly because I didn't swear, you know. And
I
it's
didn't
like,
swear, but let me go into detail about the rape of.
well, because it's also like your family. Why you shouldn't be listening to me with your kids. Like, I understand if you want to or whatever, but that's more your problem than it is mine.
Yeah.
Because I would never advise that.
Yeah.
I think we should also re-record a new like intro, like your episode 0. Like it's been 5 years, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that intro was recorded before Keith and I, so it's like it's not even accurate to really anything anymore.
Well, now we can do it with video too, and yeah, I think
we can do Ninja Turtle Power Hour Volume 2. The Nick era.
I mean, we're on season 5 of the show, so it's like,
yeah, time for us to go back to the future.
Back to the future.
Yeah.
What compendium?
We'll do a new intro.
What kind of years is it?
What years? It would be like 2020 to 2026.
Yeah. You could split the show up into the pre Keith and Mike era, which is only like 7 episodes, and then Oh, here's how we do it. I remember this. We do it. BC is before Cody, and then AD is after that dumbass joined.
Honestly, like I think Cody is definitely like a fulcrum point for the show.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, some would say every time someone in the Discord is like, I'm listening to the show and I haven't heard Cody yet, like they haven't got, I'm like, oh, I bet they stopped listening. When they
got to you. I do remember
I always assume like, oh, buddy.
My favorite was like the day after you recorded with us, or like the week after, you had some Instagram thing that was like those bastards at at Ninja Turtle Power Hour made me do it, or like calling out Mike for something specifically, and I was like, oh my
Oh,
god.
I
All
think
this-
I implied
It-
that you guys were pedophiles or something.
Yes,
Yeah,
but what you had
yeah.
actually done was just bought a NECA toy of the cartoon line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one of you guys like told me like you panicked when you watched it. That was
Oh,
so
it
I
was
think-
probably me then. Yeah.
It was no, I think it was. Well, I think it was Spencer panic.
I didn't panic. I was cool. I was like, whatever.
What was
I think
it?
it
What
was-
was I doing?
I think it was you,
It was
Mike.
something like I
Like,
can't believe what these guys did or something.
It was
Yeah, it was something like
definitely-
that. But it was you had bought the Splinter and Baxter 2-pack because you were on the episode I think that had the sword of Yurikawa.
The sword of your
Yeah.
Man, I do remember the heart attack though, because we were like, because I'd vouched for Cody, and it was like he immediately called us all sex pests and pedophiles.
Oh yeah, because doesn't it like Splinter says something pervy? Is that what I did?
For the life
Oh
of me, I can't
yes,
remember.
yes, yeah. It was something Splinter says at the end of the episode or something.
Yeah.
Man.
I like
yeah, the
that's one of my
question
favorite
is,
gags.
is Cody
I
the cousin Oliver or the Carter of this show? Kind of thing. The
Cousin
Venus de
Oliver from Little
Milo.
House on the Prairie.
No, cousin Oliver is from Brady Bunch.
Did he have glasses?
Yeah, I think he is straight up the voice of Donatello in the live action movies. The same guy,
No, he's the voice of Michelangelo in the live action.
Michelangelo. Sorry, Michelangelo.
Robbie Wrist.
Yeah, Robbie.
Robbie Wrist, that's his name. But basically, because everyone was like aging out in the Brady Bunch. Like all of the kids were basically teens now, or adults, or getting close to being adults. They needed that tiny child charm, so they adopted cousin Oliver.
Voice of Mondo Gecko in 2012.
Yeah. I wonder how Robbie
Voice of,
Wrist appreciates being compared to or mistaken for Corey Feldman.
I don't think it ever happened, but I think he would take offense to it, especially Spencer doing it.
Who was the guy that killed in '87? Was it Jet McCabe?
But the point of this is Cody is Cody the cousin Oliver of this show, or is he the Frank of this show? Is he the Danny DeVito?
No, he's definitely Frank. Cody is 100%. Just the fact,
disgusting.
Like, the
why is
show.
he here? Who let him
Well,
in?
hey, is Frank the "We Gotta Make a Song" guy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Danny DeVito's character, and It's Always
Nothing
Sunny.
makes me want to believe that you touch kids more than singing a song about touching kids.
We didn't diddle kids. We don't diddle kids.
Jet McCabe. That's who Robbie Wrist was in the '87 show. There you go. Can't remember my garage door code, but knew that.
A lot of shit on that island. 2% of it just made it worse for the whole operation. Oh god,
I'm offended by the Frank comparison. By the way,
no, Frank.
No,
is,
but see,
breakout character of the show.
That's the thing is like a lot of people consider It's Always Sunny.
Does though? Oh, you mean adding him to the show?
Yes, like people. Yeah, he wasn't there at the beginning.
The show.
Yeah, he
wasn't
in the first season.
Because
like
if
people
you're saying
say,
I'm like the character in the show, that's a very different thing.
No.
What I'm
adding
saying
Frank
is like, did your introduction in the show make the show like better and be considered like the show? Because like there's a lot of people that like think It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia was fine, but wasn't really good until Frank comes in, until Danny DeVito
It's
was
really
there.
like a soft reboot. Also, I could see you sewing yourself into a couch, Cody. So
And yeah, I've seen Danny DeVito's butt, and
sadly,
I can't.
but
I wish I could take it back.
The
Can't
weird
lie.
thing about that is like everyone on that show is an a-hole. So it's
Yeah.
like, is Frank really the worst one?
Frank is one of the worst ones though, but like in a different way. Like Frank is one of the worst ones because he's been like that for years. Like he grew up when that was the normal way to be. Like Dennis is the worst one.
Yeah, like I would say that like on our show, Mike is probably the Dennis.
I am not the Dennis. Fuck no. I am not the Dennis.
You got to be the Dennis, Mike. Who else could possibly be the Dennis on this show?
Who's the D?
I think it's like
I
a
think
combo.
I think
Like,
I think
Mike is
no, I
Mike
think
is
Mike
Dennis
is
and D.
also the D. Yeah, because
Yeah,
I always know the
I'm the-
clips where they're an asshole to D for no reason.
Yeah,
They're like,
yeah,
"Jeff
exactly.
D."
Yeah.
It's like stupid shit. No, I'm fucking D on this show. I'll take the sweet D. I think
Oh god.
I want to say Spencer is Charlie.
Damn. I do like how every comparison is insulting though.
Yeah,
No
no,
matter
you
Yeah,
what.
can't
I did
call
this with a
anyone
group of friends one
anything.
time. And we're all
want
this.
it.
It doesn't matter who it is. It's never who
Yeah.
you want. It's always offensive. Yeah.
You're Keith. You're both Mac and Dennis, though. I think.
Yes.
It's Mac and Dennis.
I think
Okay.
I think you are the Mac and Dennis. Like Cody, unquestionably, yeah, you are the Frank, but yeah, I think that's the layout.
Too good.
I actually think that we don't have a Frank, to be honest. Like I
Well, we
think
don't have
that
a Frank, like we
it's
don't have that
Craig.
gross. We don't have that gross guy on the show. But in terms of like being added, and then like really like that was kind of like the last thing we needed for the show.
Yeah.
To really.
But I'm just saying, if we're now assigning character attributes to everyone on the show,
well, yeah, no,
we're currently insulting everyone by saying
Yeah,
they're a character from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Okay. So in that case, no. If we're assigning like who's who, then fucking absolutely Cody is Dennis.
Mm-hmm.
Cody, when did you join? Do you remember?
It was like 2-3 years ago. I don't know.
We were still covering 87.
Yeah,
It was
like
the Sword of
Red Sky, right?
Yurikawa. It was before Red Sky.
Well, because we had you on for that episode, but I think
Oh yeah. I think
you
I
didn't
formally
start
came on
until,
for
like-
Red Sky.
It was we had you on for like a trial episode.
right, test run,
Yeah.
kick the tires.
Would you look at that? You look at it.
God damn it, Cody! I want that beast box.
It's cool. It's
Okay.
cool. It's a cool
One.
freaking bird.
All right,
The bird.
we're at 45 minutes. Should we start this episode, guys?
Yep. And I think that would be a fun issue to have him or have an episode on, and then he could talk about like the future toy entails.
Yeah.
So that way Cody gets his like he's got to talk about the thing we're talking, and then we can also help him plug what he's doing.
That's not a bad idea, you fuckers.
See?
Are you saying I'm the fucker? What happened?
I can't remember if you were down with that idea or whatnot. It was my idea of like forcing guests to participate on the show.
Yeah, I think Mike was against that. I was all for it. I was the one who
Classic
gave
Mike.
Colin my notes and told you guys to make him read them.
But that's Colin. Like Colin is a friend of the show. Like if we're having somebody like like somebody in the industry coming to the show like and making them watch something that's unrelated to what they're doing.
Hey, if they can't hang, they don't deserve to hang.
Well,
They're gonna be a little bitch about it.
I think we should ask them their favorite like show or episode of a show is. Bring them on to watch that, and then we
And then
just
not
then we
watch
just
it
keep
and
the
watch
show.
something else.
We just keep the show in anchovies and just talk about how awful the thing that they like.
yeah.
Who wrote this?
There you go.
Did you write this shitty
Right.
part? Okay.
Yeah,
Listen here,
exactly,
motherfucker. Yeah.
I think that's like I think we should.
Hey there,
I don't know. I don't
Mr.
think
Mr. Writer, guy that gets paid to actually write. Let me tell you what you wrote
You could
wrong.
write it
so
your way out of a
any
paper bag.
shitbird hack can do this stuff, huh?
Exactly.
Let me, the guy who cannot write, who does not write for a living, and
Well,
you
no,
know, has
that would be
taken.
the thing. You'd be like, I used to think I couldn't write, but after reading your stuff, I actually believe I
Yeah.
can now.
It seems super easy.
It's very positive. It doesn't have to be a negative. It's just like you see Trump as president, and you're like, I can be president. Like,
Yeah.
what a
You're not
hopeful,
wrong.
uplifting message. You know?
You know, I that yeah, I do look at that and I say, wow, I could be president of the United States.
If there was anything like that could inspire you to be president, that anyone could do it, it's that.
Are you saying you'd vote for me, Mike?
Over the present, guy in charge, yeah.
I mean that's a pretty low bar to clear. Is who would you just barely vote for me over? That's out there in the world. Like, if it was like me or this guy, you're like, okay, Spencer barely beats out that guy. If it was him and that guy, I would then vote for Spencer.
Who would Spencer beat off for you to?
I'm
Yeah,
just.
yeah. I'm asking this question just because I think it's funny. That's all.
No, I know you're thinking. I know.
I'm doing this for my own entertainment and nobody else.
No, I know you are, and it is funny. I'm just saying that just make sure you remember that you got to cut all to here out.
Yeah.
No. We don't. The viewers don't need context. They just need fun content.
Yeah, they just need me asking Mike who I'm better than.
As long you could cut it up to there, then yeah, sure. Just please cut out the stuff with Andrew.
I mean, you'd vote for me over any Republican, right?
Absolutely.
Any Republican,
I don't know.
But
Mike has dated a lot of Republicans, so I don't know if we can trust him.
But what Democrats? What Democrats do I beat out that are currently, hold office?
What Democrats can Spencer beat off to satisfy you?
Yeah. Like I could beat off Chuck Schumer, right?
I mean,
he'd probably like it. He's probably into that.
Cory Booker? Like, what about Cory Booker?
He'd have a prepared remark for you. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd become a staffer right away.
The Republicans, I mean, they went to Epstein Island for me to beat them off, but
yeah, Spencer's too old for
else.
the Republicans, actually.
Yeah,
but,
I am. You're not wrong. Much too old for those guys. Some of them are old enough though that they might believe that I'm younger than I am.
Relatively, you are a child.
Relatively, I am a child. They're like, yeah, fine, I'll take it.
There you go.
I can pretend.
Age difference is great enough that it'll still be good for me. Fucking hell.
All right. Well,
I'm on hospice. My options are limited. Come on.
Jesus Christ. You got any more in the tank? I just want to give you the space.
I'm on a roll. This is just these are the jokes.
Yeah, Spencer. Remember, Mike does not have editorial control.
I'm workshopping this for my stand up. So let me know if you think I should get rid of it or not. My routine.